Setting up your own business is always challenging. Generally in Sri Lanka, in any industry, the growth is 3 to 5%. But only in this industry, you can expect a growth 100% annually. If you want to start up your business in online platform, e-commerce, watch with me today, Thani Oruvan. You could learn a lot about it. Welcome to Thani Oruvan. Thani Oruvan is basically it's a Tamil word, so if I just have to translate to English, it says a self-made individual. Today we are with a self-made individual who is the youngest entrepreneur. Probably, he's in very young age he started his own business. Very young, and also he's the chairman and the founder for Sri Lanka's largest e-commerce organization. I'm with chairman and the founder of Kapruka.com. Welcome to Thani Oruvan.
Hi Ali.
Hi Dulit, and it's very nice to see you at the Thani Oruvan program. This Thani Oruvan, as I said, is a self-made individual.
Sure.
So we're very excited to have you here because you're kind of a personality. I'm sure we could discuss.
So does Thani Oruvan mean entrepreneur?
It's not entrepreneur. Basically it's a Tamil word. We speak about a self-made individual.
Okay. So aren't those entrepreneurs? No.
Self-made. So yourself, you're a self-made entrepreneurship, something like that.
Okay.
So in fact, you are very famous in your own, but then again, I would like to give a small introduction to our audience and different diversified sectors, viewers, and also different languages, people who are viewing it. So from your own words, a little bit of introduction of yourself.
I think the right word is self-made. I never knew the word entrepreneur until recently actually. But since I was about even 12 years, I remember wanting to always create things and as a side effect actually make money out of it.
Okay.
And I remember collecting enough money by even O-level times to buy my first car. I come from a very medium family.
From your O-level time, you bought your own car?
No, actually I was shy of 1 lakh. So my father promised if I get my 8Ds, he will give me that balance money. So even I don't come from a wealthy family. Actually, I'm from Sadalanka, Kurunagal.
Oh, right. Okay.
So entirely self-made from scratch.
From the scratch. So you perfectly suits for my program. In that case,
right,
yes.
I guess.
So, Dulit, how is your formal education is becoming an entrepreneurship?
Looking back now, I always see education as a primary requirement for any good entrepreneur. There are few entrepreneurs who had not had an education and been successful, but nobody talks about the thousands of entrepreneurs who had not had the education and failed. Right? Yes. So you see a few unique ones, but I don't think that's the way to go. I think there's this Sinhala word called Ugat Vyavasayaka. Ugat Vyavasayaka, that is your educated entrepreneur. That makes a huge difference. So I, thanks to my parents, they really pushed me on that side when I was diverting myself and not properly studying and not properly going through all that and trying to just do my hobbies and entrepreneurship. But they always pushed me back and said, are you trying to be a computer boss? Why are you living in this all the time? Look how behind you are in the studies. They put me back in the room and removed my computers from me and gave me that forceful education. Even today I respect my father so much for pushing me towards that. And then what that gave me was a formal job. So formal education gave me a formal job. So I actually got scholarships, go to the US, started working for Microsoft and Dell. The 2 years at Microsoft and Dell has really shaped me and made me see a lot of how corporates work. So I always tell my young entrepreneurs, I call them baby entrepreneurs, that go work somewhere. Go work somewhere. While working, start your own business idea. Come home and do your business at 5 o'clock. Then slowly transition. Don't try to just start your company right out of school. There are success stories. You can see few school dropouts. So nobody talks about the failure stories.
That's right.
Right? So you better do a good job while working, work on your idea and transition to an entrepreneurship.
Transition to entrepreneurship. Just now 2 questions arrive from this, what you said for me now. What was the biggest fear when you just want to become an entrepreneurship and you said you were in the formal job, it's a 9 to 5. So when you quit your 9 to 5, you want to start your own, what was your biggest fear?
Biggest fear is not when you quit the 9 to 5 job. Biggest fear is from the time you start believing in your idea. For example, I started Kapruka so long ago when there was no e-commerce companies in Sri Lanka. I was believing in something that is not there. So imagine the amount of belief I had to put. I'm believing in this thing, but I can't see it. There is no market. There is no industry in Sri Lanka for e-commerce at that time.
Is it a big risk?
It is a big risk, and I'm believing in something that is not there. It's almost like I'm showing you an apple, saying this is an apple, but you can't see it.
Right.
So I believe so strong in it, which means it puts a fear in my head about failure.
Okay.
I'm believing in this. Is it worth the risk in believing in this company? Right? So that every day morning I wake up with a fear. Is this really fair?
Right.
So that fear fuels hard work. Right? Because of fear.
So you got to really work hard for it.
If you're not scared of it, if you're not scared of losing it, you have nothing to lose, right? Then you don't work hard.
Correct.
But if you every day wake up and worry about messing it up, you work very hard. So that's what I kept doing every day. So
interesting on that. So one thing is that your risk in terms of a calculated risk.
Or more of obsession about the risk. It's like balancing a lemon on a spoon kind of a thing. You're always worried this will fall off. So you're very careful. But at the same time, you should have the courage never to give up. Even if it fails, you're going to somehow catch it back. Otherwise, the fear can kill it also, because every day you feel like this is going to fail, it might end up failing. It's just that you have to be, I think you got my point.
Yes. So, you said about the failures. So, have you faced failure stages when you started this?
Actually, so I've created about now 4-5 companies, Kapruka being the largest one. I've been very lucky with Kapruka. I don't see anything that I can turn back and say I should have done it differently. I was very lucky. Everything worked out beautifully. But I do remember a failure in Kapruka Global Shop. When I first started, I rushed to the market without doing a pilot of the process. So because of I rushed to the market, we lost quite a bit of money right at the beginning due to customs issues, due to packages going missing, due to Amazon cancelling some of our orders and not returning our money. So I would have avoided that if I had done a pilot. Right? So we lost in large scale, where we would have lost small scale during a pilot and learned and corrected and gone. But I rushed to the market prematurely. So I tell all the entrepreneurs, again the baby entrepreneurs, if you have an idea, try to do a small pilot at least.
So you got to do a small pilot,
and then learn from the pilot and do your go to market.
So that's your biggest learning.
That is my learning actually. So I don't have any other failures to list. Actually, that is the biggest failure. If I have to list something, that's one.
I'm on a discussion with founder chairman of Kapruka.com. So we are talking about a lot of failures and how we turn around to success, and also taking risk in a very calculated manner. Soon after a break. Welcome back to Thani Oruvan. We are after a break. I'm with Mr. Dulik Herat. He's the chairman and founder, Kapruka.com. Back to you, Dulik. Now say, generally in any business, growth rate is 3 to 5% or 4%, we say that. But when it's come to e-commerce, growth is very huge. And is this the reason you picked that this as an industry?
Maybe one of the reasons. Thing is, when there is growth, that also means there is so much space for innovation. Why you said this 3 to 4% is because already those industries are matured, it's already innovated, so there's not much to innovate, so you're pushed against the wall. But here, so much space for innovation. I feel like Kapruka is, I feel like I'm strapped to a rocket booster right now, the growth of the e-commerce industry. So you have to keep up with it. The moment you turn and look back, you have grown so much. So you have to innovate new processes. It's a lot of fun.
So what differentiates the Kapruka as a web-based business? What's the main differentiations in your business?
I think if I differentiate Kapruka between traditional e-commerce companies, Kapruka is very successful because of the profitability that I built from day one. We've been very net profit oriented company. Generally, e-commerce companies, they go very top line oriented. They only worry about revenue and they go for listings. They try to get investors in, sell, etc. But Kapruka was very much bottom line oriented. I mean, almost daily I start my day with the balance sheet.
Okay.
Right? I start the day with the balance sheet. That is the kind of discipline I had from day one.
Right.
Normally you look at balance sheets sometimes quarterly or even monthly. Today I start the day with the balance sheet. So it's very much, so we know exactly what products are performing, what we should be holding on to, what is the stock holding cost, what are the labor costs changing, how many heads are we increasing compared to the sale, how many things we can automate. So they are very focused on those, whereas traditional e-commerce companies are like, okay, how much did we make this month? Top line. How is the growth compared to number of orders?
Right.
But bottom line is negative, right? So creating an elephant, white elephant, basically. And a lot of e-commerce companies, if you look at even Flipkart India, even Amazon India, they're losing. Actually, if you just Google Flipkart losses in India, they're losing ₹1 for every rupee they make. So 100% loss.
100% loss.
Yes. But they still keep growing because the market is so huge. They think they can eventually.
It's in India.
It's in India. I mean, there's one of the largest market comparable to us.
Okay.
Right. Even look at Amazon. They're burning at crazy rates. Right. So that's because they are not bottom line oriented. Even in Sri Lanka, the same thing. I mean, you look at e-commerce companies that has won awards in Sri Lanka. We are the only one, because nobody can even apply for an award because your books are negative, right? I mean, you can have brand power, you can have market cap, but if the books are negative, you cannot, be recognized as a successful business. So that's the difference.
So then again, I'm coming back to just a little bit, get more deeper answer from you. So generally in your entrepreneurship, they go with the manufacturing side of it. Why you picked a service side?
Well, it's like this. We are manufacturing. We are manufacturing into companies. No, just say, we are backward integrated. Okay. So there are, for example, let's say a certain product is really selling well. We will try to backward integrate and set up a small factory to produce it ourselves. So we have today rose farms, we have today our bakeries, we have today our small soft toy production plants.
Is your own production?
Yes, own production, yes. Okay. So we backward integrated, so then the margins can be really high. Right? And we import 40-footer containers and containers of China products directly to Sri Lanka. We don't buy from existing markets anymore because we learned and we are sourcing directly. Right? So we are backward integrated. Not only we are services, we are backward integrated. I don't talk too much about it because our front is e-commerce.
So generally comparatively to say US, Amazon or Alibaba and all, comparatively that, how Kapruka stands on that?
I think
in terms of a business model too.
In terms of business model, we can be very much compared to traditional Amazon in the US, not Amazon in India, because Amazon in the US is very profitable. Just like us, they are also backward integrated. You will see Amazon mouse, you will see Amazon laptops, you will see Amazon bestsellers. They are made by them, right? So that's the same thing that we are also doing. So we pick categories that are very well performing and try to find the best way to produce them. So it's pretty comparable to Amazon, traditional Amazon in the US.
Now say, so I try to gather that your more success as a Kapruka, then again, probably you're trying to keep the cost less and also the innovation.
Two things actually. Price is very sensitive because unless you have a price discount, there's no reason people really go to online option. Especially Sri Lanka mindset is still go to the shop and buy. So the price is one of the main factors. So I have to keep the price low. Second is the doorstep experience, I call it. Doorstep experience means the way you deliver the product to your house. I mean, if you just give it to a courier, he's going to just come and drop it off, or not put too much effort to give you a good experience at the door. So our delivery service, I've been doing the delivery in-house from day one. We never gave it to a third-party courier because we wanted that doorstep experience to be very rich, right? So the way we call the customer at the door, the way we are trying to do all these things are very much connected to the experience they get at the door, right? So the pricing and the doorstep experience is something that we really thrive on.
So is generally purchasing through online for a customer's perspective, is it cheaper than you're going to store and buy?
Yeah, we are.
Apart from the convenience in terms of
we are actually low. So let's look at an example. Let's look at maybe the pen you are holding. Can I hold that for a minute? So let's say this is the expensive pen, let's say this is $100 pen.
Okay.
Let's say you sell this pen at Odell $400. Okay.
Okay.
Odell would have bought it for maybe $60.
All right. Okay.
But Odell, from the security guard to the parking to the rent, operational cost, all that, they have to at least sell this for $100 in order to make a buck. Now look at Kapruka. I also have the same pen. I also buy for $60 or $40 from the same manufacturer that Odell used to buy from. But where do I keep it? In a corner, collecting dust in a box in a warehouse.
Correct. Yes.
So none of all that is there. So we sell it for $60 maybe. Yeah, Odell is $100 because they want to make a little bit of. So I will make the same amount of profit, much less. So I sell to the customer for that price. What happens is customer will go to Odell, pick the pen, look at it, and order from us. Right? That is the transition from retail to e-commerce today. Because people go to the shop, carry the product. You won't believe how many mobile phones today we sell. The customer is actually in a mobile shop. Because there's no reason, it's the same product.
Same product.
I mean, you can look at the same thing. You can almost barcode scan it and buy it. So there is no marketing needed for e-commerce. It is a natural transition. And that is why retail is dying in the US at a phenomenal rate because this is happening. Right. So, thank you.
That's very interesting answer from you. I'm with founder chairman of Kapruka. We are discussing a lot of things about e-commerce platform, how you can succeed in your own business. Let's meet after a break. Welcome back to Thani after a break. Well, now you have become a serial killer.
Don't scare me.
Serial entrepreneurship. How come from Kapruka is from online business transition to suddenly you are a founder of Java Lounge, a complete different coffee shop? How that happened?
I think I am always hungry for problems.
Okay.
When I wake up in the morning, if you tell me there are no problems, I actually am unhappy about that. I want problems.
You want problems?
I want problems. I love when I wake up and people come and tell me, look, there are 5 problems we need to solve today. I love that. If you tell me, Billy, there's nothing to solve today, everything is okay, I am actually honest, I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
So Kapruka became successful. The big success, what you have is lack of problems. You have less things. You have people already managing things.
Okay.
So that's when the serial killer, serial entrepreneur thing comes. Like, okay, I need new set of problems. So you go and try to create problems. When you start a new company, you are creating problems to yourself. So this actually Java is a different story. The reason for coffee shop is because I am a time addict, right? I really value my time. And I work 18 hours a day, and so I'm a real black coffee drinker.
Okay.
So I used to spend about 60,000-70,000 sometimes a month at other coffee shops, just supplying myself coffee. So, it's 300 rupees in the morning, 400 rupees in the evening.
So now why not your own?
Yeah, I thought at least I'll save that much if I start mine, and then naturally I used my same culture in Java, the same employment culture, and that became now 5 outlets and now a very known brand. So,
excellent. So that's why you are connected with
that's
that.
just one. I mean, there is others like Grasshoppers and Global Shop,
So I'm going to ask about that too in a while.
So they all started because of that lack of problems. So when I have lack of problems in one company, I need to create problems for myself. So you go and create another thing. Right?
So how do you see the future e-commerce back in Sri Lanka?
Oh, it's growing at 100% year on year.
All right.
Yeah, it's and I am. What I want to do is actually I need more competition. I need more people to do e-commerce.
Okay.
I think that is how the industry will grow in my lifetime. I don't want me to be the only e-commerce guy in Sri Lanka, and then the market will grow only very slowly. Right. Imagine if there is only Toyota selling cars today.
Okay.
The automobile industry will grow slowly. But if there are 10 brands selling cars, more people will buy cars. The industry will go faster, and Toyota also will grow faster because the industry has grown. So that's what I want to do. So actually, that's why Grasshoppers was started, because to give delivery service to other e-commerce companies. So I'm delivering on behalf of others because I want the market to grow. Otherwise, I could have kept it in-house and said, no, this is our delivery network. Let us only be the guy. I don't believe in that. I want the market to grow. So your question was, how is the e-commerce industry?
Yeah.
Don't ask me, look at it globally.
Okay.
You can see how it's growing globally. There's no reason why the same don't apply to Sri Lanka. We are also growing at 100% year on year. And as I told you, the pen example,
yes,
it's obvious that it's going to grow that market, right?
So just before my next question, there's one more thing. How is the Sri Lankan context that the people in Sri Lanka, now see Colombo very clear, we can talk about e-commerce platform, the people who are going to online. How's your market is outside of
Oh, you'll be surprised. Actually, there's a huge boost in e-commerce from rural. You won't believe how many orders we deliver to even Matale, to Anuradhapura, to Kataragama, and even to, there are 43 towns in Sri Lanka. 43 big towns like Matare, Gal, etc. Those towns are thriving because they have a lack of this pen. Now they don't have a place to buy this pen. Maybe there's only one shop that can buy this pen. But when they come to Kapurka, you see such a low price. But in the town shop, it is really overpriced because there's only one shop. Right? Now suddenly this youth sees it here and what? Cash on delivery.
Okay.
You don't need credit card. You just say I want it. We deliver you the item and then charge you cash. So there is no credit card barrier anymore. Okay, because of cash on delivery. Because a lot of people think only e-commerce is only for the Colombo because of credit card. No, forget credit card. We thrive on cash on delivery. Right? So it's island-wide.
Island-wide.
Yeah.
So tell me about this grasshoppers.
Okay. So grasshoppers is my latest baby.
Yeah.
What I saw was there are a lot of small entrepreneurs who has few set of items that they want to sell.
Okay.
On Facebook or Instagram, they don't do a website. They do social commerce. Okay. The problem is, when they get the order, they don't have a way of getting it delivered. So we could give it to Ponto or Aromax or an existing courier company. But the problem with that is they are not set up to do e-commerce deliveries, right? So what we did was we gave them the delivery network of Kapurka.
Okay.
I didn't want to call it Kapurka delivery network and we wanted to completely separate it from Kapurka because Kapurka is also, there's a conflict of interest in it. It's only e-commerce, and so I separated it out as a separate company called Grasshoppers and gave them the delivery service.
Okay.
So this is an SME delivery network for small e-commerce companies.
So how do you look into now there is social media marketing or just say Facebook marketing?
Yeah.
And so how is that potential on that when it's come to the online setup?
Right. I mean, Facebook marketing is, it's called social commerce now.
Okay.
There are whole load of people who are selling entirely on Facebook and Instagram without having the need of any kind of a website. You don't need that anymore because, see, you don't need the credit card thing anymore. You just ask for cash on delivery, right? Say I want to sell this phone and I don't have a website. I have 100 different phones. I just list it on my Facebook page and boost it, and through instant messenger you confirm the order. You close the deal on messengers. You close the deal on WhatsApp and Viber. And once you get the order, you push it to Grasshoppers and we come and pick up and deliver.
All right, okay.
Right. So we kind of completely skip the website, skip the payment gateway. Do it on those platforms. So
be stingy with your time and also do one thing at a time. Time is more valuable. That's coming from Dulit Herat, the founder chairman of Kapurka.com. Thani Oruvan is basically we are on the learning process. We have learned a lot of things and we have gained a lot of knowledge today. And I have represented on behalf of you. I'm also learning with him. Thank you very much, Dulit, for your valuable time and participating on this Thani Oruvan.
Thanks.
Self-made. And it's very kind of you to participate in this.
And thanks for your time.
Cheers, all the very best. Thank you.
Bye-bye.